Hello, my name is Greg Guernsey. I'm the Director of the Planning and Development Review Department, and I'll be speaking today about our 2014 financial forecast. I'd like to start with an overview. The department is responsible for many activities associated with land development. The department is the lead department for annexation of land into its city limits. It processes zoning and rezoning requests to establish permitted uses and site development standards such as building height and setbacks on property. It also supports our historic preservation and urban design programs. It works with property owners to subdivide land into lots, and it processes site plans that establish locations for building, parking, driveways, and other waterway, ponds, and water quality improvements. It also processes building, mechanical, electrical, and plumbing permits, both within the city, and it also performs both building inspection and site subdivision infrastructure inspections both within the city and outside the city. Our total budget for the department is approximately $32.5 million and employs 334 people and approximately 20 temporary positions. This slide shows the budget and FTE distributions for our department divisions. The department is also the fiscal agent for the Capital Area Metropolitan Planning Organization, that is the governmental agency that handles transportation planning in our region. Our budget forecasts, this year's cost drivers, are $816,000 and include a 5% health insurance increase. The costs also associated with our departmental vehicles and includes the transfer of one FTE to our Economic Growth and Redevelopment Office for a music position. The addition of annualized costs for 4 additional FTEs were added in last year's budget for the intake and consultation of residential review section services. Finally, the conversion of a temporary position to a full-time position will be reimbursed by the Watershed Protection and Department that supports underground storage permits and vesting research. Our budget revenues. Based on current projections, revenues are projected to decrease slightly to $16.4 million, a 0.6% decrease. The majority of the department revenues are attributed to the processing of land development applications, which are expected to remain stable in the upcoming fiscal year. In the coming weeks, the department will update phase 1 of its fee study it implemented last year. The update will include new services currently being provided by our residential and commercial plan review sections. The update is expected to be completed before the budget is submitted to council and should result in additional revenue to the city. Some of the capital highlights for fiscal year 14. The largest capital improvement project the department is working on is our Land Development Code revision. City Council recently kicked off the revision process by selecting Opticos Design as the lead consultant that will be working with staff, an 11-member Land Development Code Advisory Group, Planning Commission, and City Council, and numerous stakeholders. The code revision was identified as one of the city's 8 priority programs in the Imagine Austin Comprehensive Plan and will take approximately 2 to 2.5 years to complete. The Airport Boulevard Form-Based Code Project is creating new site development standards for the redevelopment of the northern portion of Airport Boulevard. This project is well underway and is expected to be reviewed by the Planning Commission in September and in City Council the following month. Our Great Streets program, whose purpose is to enhance the pedestrian experience and safety downtown, is progressing with phase 2 of the Cesar Chavez Esplanade, as well as other street improvements to Colorado Street, East 8th Street, and portions of 3rd Street. Our key performance indicators include this year's performance measure for neighborhood planning, which ended on a high note last year with the St. John's and Coronado Hills plans being adopted, and that 94% satisfaction rating of our neighborhood planning process. Contrary to what our existing on-time residential zoning review numbers say, the on-time residential reviews have been behind. However, even with a 47% increase in residential permits and a 75% decrease in staff last year, we're getting back on track with on-time residential reviews with the help of overtime, temporary staffing, training, and technological improvements that help measure our review process. Due to additional efforts by staff in late March and April of this year, we have addressed the initial review backlog that has been in place since the middle part of last year. With additional staff, more training, and new technological improvements, we expect to continue our on-time performance in the future and will be able to identify trends within our review process early enough to avoid future plan review delays. Two other indicators involve our commercial building plan review and the percent of on-time building inspections within 24 hours. Similar to our initial zoning review measure, the initial commercial building plan review number is not a good indicator. Currently, this measure only looks at about 25% of our building review responsibilities. While it's true we are behind with our initial commercial reviews, we expect improvements this year as new staff hired late last year and early this year get trained. Overall, we've improved our turnaround times for the commercial plan review section from 46% last year to 55% this year. The last indicator I'll address today is the percent of building inspections performed within 24 hours. Although our overall time measure is good, the number of residential inspections is only at 89% on time, and this is with our current inspection staff, which is supplemented by temporary residential inspectors. This means that only 1 out of every 10 inspections are not occurring in a timely manner, but occurring on the day after. We expect this number to fall further as more and more residential building permits are issued. This brings us to our departmental unmet service demands. It's no surprise that we are requesting an increase of residential inspectors this year. We are requesting 7 residential inspectors and 1 project manager that will handle multiple duties, including the supervision of residential inspection staff and assist and coordinate with residential review staff, and to support special events team with special inspections of temporary structures associated with South by Southwest, F1, and ACL. We are also requesting 3 site subdivision inspectors and an engineering tech to assist with the increase in number of subdivision and site plan applications. Currently, we have 3 temporary site subdivision inspectors and a temporary engineering tech to help with our inspection scheduling deadlines of infrastructure improvements. To address the large amount of paper and digital records our department handles, we are asking for a new FTE dedicated to the records management to ensure compliance with state law and local city policies. Currently, the department does not have a full-time position to handle these records. An additional position for an optical character recognition scanning person who would participate in the planning and development and implementation of technology is important to manage and scan planning documents, to assist with the creation of online permitting and online submittal of applications. We are also requesting 1 IT program analyst to ensure the timely implementation updates to web products that our customers need and use. A new marketing and communication position would help develop tools and strategies that promote the department's programs, services, create newsletters, assist with media releases, assist with web updates, and to conduct customer surveys. We are requesting 3 customer service positions that would help manage the volume and complexity of customers' requests for the development and related information and assistance. These positions would assist both internal and external customers with the goal of reducing the amount of time needed to get the correct response or correct referral to a question or service. In addition, 3 new permit review specialists are requested for a permit center that would assist walk-in, fax, and online customers with payments or the issuance of building permits. All permits, including residential and commercial permits, are issued by our permit center, which has experienced a significant increase in requests and a tremendous increase in the number of walk-in customers this year. 2 new electrical inspection positions to perform time-certain inspections would help support our 2011 National Electric Code and other local code amendments. These positions recommended by the City of Austin Electrical Board would work with Austin's Energy's Electric Charging Systems Program for homeowners and would assist current inspection staff with their timely inspections by relieving them of the burden of time-critical inspections. It's important to note that electrical inspectors, unlike other technical inspectors, inspect both residential and commercial projects. The commercial plan review position that we are requesting would provide critical support to mechanical, electrical, and plumbing reviewers in our commercial plan review area. Not only would this lead position provide day-to-day support for the 6 reviewers that are there, but also would step in critical times to when a particular reviewer is absent or when a complicated application comes in and demands greater technical review. The last position I'll address today is in this presentation is the environmental inspection senior position. This position is needed to ensure compliance with development along Lake Travis and Lake Austin. This position would initiate enforcement, respond to customer complaints, and make sure that 90% of all properties subject to site plan review would be inspected on a monthly basis. Due to the increase in projects along these waterways, the current environmental staff has not been able to meet the 90% monthly inspection number. This concludes my presentation. If you would like more information, you may contact me, my financial manager, or a public information officer whose numbers are listed on the slide. Thank you.